gonna be a lot of people that's gonna kick you when you down. It's gonna be a lot of people that don't believe in you when they don't see whatever it is that you're saying you're going to accomplish or think you can accomplish or whatever it is, man. I can point out and call out numerous successful, highly successful people that started out and people thought that they was not gonna be successful. They was either not successful or, you know what I'm saying, they were borderline homeless, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So my thing is, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. I could name a lot of people. I really don't want to call names, but I keep seeing a lot of names pop up, and I see a few names pop up, and I don't want to say any names that you know, could be maybe not true, but we know for a fact, I think Tyler Perry was one of those that was homeless, and you know, and was, you know, unsuccessful, or people thought he was going to be unsuccessful in the beginning. And to me, that is one of the most powerful stories right there, because Tyler Perry is one of the most successful, you know, black people right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as in the celebrity world of music and film, or film, I should say. But I keep seeing like Halle Berry's name pop up. I think I heard a story once about Jamie Foxx, you know, kind of being homeless for, even if it was a couple days or whatever. I think I saw some about Jennifer Lopez, Eminem, Jim Carrey. You know what I'm saying? I think I even saw something about Tupac, maybe Steve Harvey, and I think I saw something about Lil Kim, and it's a bunch of other people. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we can look at somebody like Jay-Z, for example, who, I don't know if Jay-Z was ever homeless, but a lot of the people that reach success, a lot of people never thought that they were going to reach that success. So what am I saying? I'm not saying that all of these names are accurate, or they could be accurate. It's more names than that that I seen pop up. But I say this to encourage you. You understand what I'm saying? That, man, look, when people sleep on you and sleep on your talent and kick you while you down and spit on you, you know what I'm saying, when you down, like, bruh, use that as confirmation. Use that as fuel, like, to keep going, to like I hate to say it, man. I hate to say, you know, that we should have the mindset of, oh, I'm gonna prove to this person. You understand what I'm saying? That I was gonna be exact. But, man, to anybody who has been bullied or treated like that, and it really hurts. It really hurts when a lot of the people that are mistreating you are people that you've helped. You understand what I'm saying? That's the part that blows my mind. That's the part that makes me put out a video like this, is because people that I've helped. You understand what I'm saying? Some of them all my life, and have never really helped me to the extent that I have helped them, despite what they think of what you understand what I'm saying, or what kill me with all that. Like, my thing is, I can understand that people may not be able to see your vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of us are not going to be able to see somebody else's vision. But I don't know. I guess I like Rick Ross talked about, because they not visionary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm visionary. Like, when somebody, I can look at somebody and see that they have something inside of them. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. You might have some people out there that may believe in you, and they might just tell you, nah, you ain't never gonna be this, or you ain't never gonna be that, because they don't want you to put too much into that and then end up, homeless or blowing money trying to pursue something that you like chasing the wind, like something you'll never find. You feel me? So I understand that sometimes it might be to protect you, but I believe when somebody is saying something like that, and when somebody, really like, I got one cousin, and it's like, no matter what I do, man, my cousin from California, like, he always believes in me, man. And he always, like, and you can tell when somebody believes in you because they be motivating you on days when you feel like you want to throw in the towel, or days when you feel like, man, I just ain't got enough fuel to do it today. And they'll be the little voice cheering you on, kind of like my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times my kids, even though we're trying to reach this big accomplishment, this big goal, to kids, even if you accomplish a little bit, to a kid, to a child, you've accomplished so much. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, God puts people like that in our pathway and in our life, man, to keep us going. You understand what I'm saying? And just like I say, man, look at the examples, man. Tupac, Zero out of Houston, Texas is one of them that I know. He talk about all the time how, he was sleeping on a bench and stuff like that. So there's a lot. Jay-Z, I think I talked about Jay-Z, maybe not, but I know I've talked about him in other videos. But Jay-Z is one of those that I can't say he was homeless, but Jay-Z is one of those that before the success, before the fame, before I guess he really blew up, his uncle, was like, he was telling his uncle he was gonna sell 1 million records or something like that. And his uncle was like, how are you gonna do that? There's no way you can do that. You can accomplish that. So, and look how successful Jay-Z has been. So, I think something even says something about Lil Wayne. I think I saw something about Lil Wayne, but I'm just saying, man, it's a lot of people. I think I saw something. I don't know if I said Jim Carrey, but Jennifer Lopez, I might already say her, but what was the other name I was thinking of? But it's a lot of people. Oh yeah, I was gonna say Kanye West. And I can't really say that Kanye West was homeless. I don't know if he was or not, but I think like, I remember, was it a story of him telling that he was like in a hotel or something like that? I don't know if this is when he had that accident or what, but like he was living in a hotel. He didn't really, I don't think he really had a place. He was living in a hotel room, and he was in there making beats and, writing rhymes and stuff like that. And, people slept on him. People was like, bruh, like, quit rapping, bruh. Like, that's not true. And, bruh, Kanye has been one of the most successful people out here, bruh. So I'm not telling anybody to give up on school, or I would never tell nobody that. Like, man, pursue school. Keep doing that. But when you get out of school every day, go work on your hobby or whatever it is. Go work on your dreams, Have a dream. Make sure that you have a dream in school. Go pursue, get your master's degree or whatever it is. But also have a dream outside of that. Whatever you want to work on, gaming design, music, filming, photography, whatever it is, man, just don't let people. T.I. talked about this. T.I. talked about, he said, man, if I could, and T.I. is a a millionaire. And T.I. said, man, if I could go back and do it all again, I'm paraphrasing, but if I could go back and do it all again, man, I would have just, follow my heart. Well, he didn't say my heart, like he would have believed in himself. He would have, all those visions and goals and things that he thought he could come, he said he would go and do it. Because he say, looking back, man, it's like a lot of those things, bro, he could have accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So, but Steve Harvey said, I don't know if Steve Harvey got this from somebody, because I think I heard this somewhere else, but Steve Harvey said, if you want, and Steve Harvey's one of the names that came up talking about he was home. He had been homeless. I don't know if that's true or not. Oprah Winfrey, Chris Gardner, Michael Oler or something like that. But with Steve Harvey said, man, if you wanna kill a dream, tell it to a small-minded person or a simple-minded person or something like that. If you want to kill a big dream or something like that, tell it to a small-minded person. And man, that hit so hard, like that is so real, bruh. It's like people sit up and complain about, oh, the government don't want us to succeed, and like we steady working like a 9 to 5, you like going to work, working these 9 to 5s. You feel me? And it's like, it's one thing to sit up and talk about, things that are a problem in society and in the world and in life, but it's another thing to sit up and talk about that and not do nothing about it. Like, what's the point? Why are we talking about it if we're not gonna do nothing about it? And that's the part that frustrates me, because when you sit around a bunch of people that just want to complain and talk about things that are going wrong, but it's 10 of us, 5 of us here, and we can't come up with a solution. We can't come up with a master plan, and I try to help people so much, man. And I've just got to a point in life where I've just started doing what other people do. Don't nobody help me. Don't nobody help me. All right. And I know that there's people that have a love for me. Have a love for me and love me, I feel like it's not the same thing. Have a love for me, love me, and then unconditional love. Those are 3 different things, kind of in my book. And there's people that have a love for me. They want me to succeed and accomplish things, but to love somebody is deeper than that. And then unconditional love is when, you would even make sacrifices for that. And I've done that for so many people all my life, man. And I've never got that back in return. Not no unconditional love. My grandma planted a seed in me, man, unconditional love. And when my grandma was here, man, it was my grandma. I can't remember a time when my grandmother told me like not to believe in my dreams or give up on your dreams. My grandma was one of them that was always believed in me. I was a kid. I was doing so, like, I'm this kid. You talking about 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And I'm this kid doing grown man work around the house, right? Cutting the yard, installing Christmas lights, getting up on the ladder, getting on top of the roof, and getting big tree limbs off the roof, and you know what I'm saying, like installing carpet, laying professionally, laying carpet in the house. I'm not lying, man. People would come into my grandma's house and be like, who laid this carpet? They trying to figure out who they can hire to lay them some carpet. It was me, a 9, 10-year-old kid, laying carpet in my grandma's house. I was so precise. And I took time out to cut all the little angles. I was precise like that. I paid attention to detail, bruh. And so that's why I'm saying, like, I've always been unique. I've always been different. I've always been set apart. I've always been chosen. You feel me? And that's the problem, man. A lot of us have these God-given dreams, and we tell these God-given dreams, or we share with somebody that we love or somebody we think will really believe in us because we believe in them, and they kill the dream. You got to stay away. Man, either stay away from people like that or just don't tell them and then people gonna think you weird for closing off. Oh, you don't talk to us no more. Talk to you about what? Everything that I say, you shoot it down. What I want to talk to you for? You negative minded. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I have a person in my family who is well, I don't even want to say in my family, but he's on my God's side of the family, a highly successful individual. I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to use this person's name for trying to blow up off his name, but a highly successful individual, numerous movies, and I mean, the thing is, like, I saw this young man about the same age as me, a little bit younger, but about the same age as me. We went from kids. We grew up together. I saw this young man go from, well, this young kid, because I was a kid too, go from, we used to play together, and you know what I'm saying? I saw this brilliant individual go from a kid playing with toys to a young kid being very educated on a computer to performing in like plays and talent shows and stuff to now he's a big time what's the word I'm looking for? I was finna say celebrity, but actor. And so, like, you know, when you dissect that and you see somebody, you see the steps of somebody going, and I see that his mother, right? His mother, who helped raise me, his mother, right? She was a role model to me, and he's a role model to me, right? His siblings are role models to me, right? His dad is a role model. Their household has always been successful from my perspective, right? So when I see somebody go from the bottom to the top, stuff like that, it doesn't go away. You understand what I'm saying? So when I hear these stories about Jamie Foxx being homeless before the fame, Tyler Perry being homeless before the fame, Halle Berry, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these big names, right? Like, it, man, the problem with a lot of us is we give up. We let people kill the dream. Remember, Steve Harvey said, if you want to kill a big dream, if you want to kill a dream, tell it to a small-minded person. That is the problem. Jay-Z said he don't think his uncle, and I talked about this story a lot, but Jay-Z said he doesn't think his uncle meant any malice by saying you could never sell 1 million records. But Jay-Z said people, what was the word? Not inflict, but people put their fears and doubts. They don't know how you gonna do it. They doubt that you can do it. They don't see how something like that can happen, right? And some people just don't believe that you can do it. Somebody might be able to do it, but you can't do it. You just a regular, you know what I'm saying? A regular person like me. You can't do that. We just gonna be regular. That's all we ever gonna be, you know? And what blows my mind is, if you know the numbers on this stuff, the facts on this stuff, the statistics on this stuff, right? There's only like 1% of the people in the world. I think it's less than 1%. But that's like, let's just say 1% to make it easy, right? And maybe 10% might be somewhere in between, where they might not be rich, like that successful, but they might be wealthy, or, you know. So 90% of us, let's just say that, right? 90% of us are just regular old people working regular old minimum wage 9-to-5s and never become nothing in life. We just become the people sitting in front of the TV watching everybody else be great. And, you know, I just don't understand, man, how we just allow people to kill the same dreams that we were told as children, you can be whatever you want to be. Like, we were taught to dream big, you know? Anything you want to be in life, you could be that, right? When my grandma planted that seed in me, man, that's something that never left. My grandma, I can't remember my grandma telling me that you will never be this or you will never be that. I can't remember a time. My grandma, believe me, I wish my grandma was still living today, bruh. I wish my grandma was still living today. I really do. Because like that is one person, one individual, man, that she believed in me no matter what. It's like she had a God-given vision. You understand what I'm saying? Bruh. A lot of us never go anywhere in life because we give up. Master P, for example. Master P became successful. You know how many times people told crapped on Master P and told him, man, you will never be. Like, you need to just stop, bro. You're not a rapper, bro. Like, you know, Master P said they used to call him a country singer. What they fail to realize is Master P had a reason for achieving success. He wasn't doing it because, everybody else out there want to be successful, so I'm gonna just go do what everybody else doing. He wasn't doing it for that. He lived in a house, a place. Wasn't even a house. They lived in a Section 8 housing or whatever, low income housing, in the Calliope projects, right? Or was it Calliope? Was that in New Orleans? But anyways, basically, you know, his family was kind of depending on him, I think, because I think his grandpa or somebody had got real sick. But Master P was trying to go play basketball to get his family out the hood. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, it didn't work out. I can't remember if he messed up his leg or whatever. I remember him saying something like that. But you know, he got into the music stuff, and like I said, man, people was doubting him, you know, and like I say, man, Kanye West, Jay-Z, you know, Halle Berry, Tyler Perry, you know, and a lot of people, you know, look down on like Lil Kim, and it's like, you know, Lil Kim being homeless, Lil Kim probably had to do whatever she had to do to survive. You feel me? So, you know, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like, people that haven't walked in those shoes, they on the outside looking in. It's easy to critique somebody or talk down on somebody or tell somebody, hey, give up on your dreams. When you sitting on your high horse, everything good for you. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to look down on people, but when you homeless, you have a way different drive because that's all you got. You feel me? Yeah, you might be filling out applications every day or whatever. Yeah, you might be doing that, but you might not be getting no leverage over there, you know. And even if you do happen to get a minimum wage job, it ain't paying the bills. You feel me? Or it ain't you barely making it. So yeah, anybody with drive and determination is always gonna try to do something on the side. You feel me? So even if it don't go nowhere, it's better to, you know, like they say, aim for the moon, hit a star. You know, you might not make it to the moon, but you might hit a star. You feel me? So yeah, man, like I've helped so many people. So many people I help, and people are so selfish, man. People are so all about them, putting them first and all that. And when I finally start giving that same energy, right? Because people are gonna put themselves first, because it's like if they can't take care of them, how are they gonna be able to help you, right? So when I started using that same analogy or mentality or that same rule book, them same plays on them same people, all of a sudden I'm the bad guy, right? I got people right now like going to just really putting a bad name on me. Like people that I've helped, bro. People that I wouldn't do what I did for them for like really anybody else. And when you go out of your way and help people like that, and then time after time after time after time again, they stab you in your back and show you who they are, man, watch out for them kind of people, man. Them people are dangerous, because it hurts, because you want to help that person so much. You like, man, this person has the potential. Deep down, this person is a good person, but they choose to let the devil and demons and bad energy and bad spirits and bad vibes rule them. And what do they call it? A narcissist. Where a narcissist is always the victim. They always going around talking about you doing them wrong. You might have gave them your last $50. You might have gave them your last $20. They might have called you, hey, I'm short on my light bill. You the only one. I done called everybody. Nobody in my family help you. You the only one help me. And you, man, you really don't have it to give. You go out of your way to give it. And when that person get on top, or when that person feel like they can't get nothing out of you, they would treat you like trash. So, look, man, I don't know if it's the drugs, you feel me? But whatever y'all, this new dope y'all smoking, please leave it alone. Please leave it alone. It ain't coming from God. Please leave it alone. But it just hurts, man. It hurts. Like, I see so many women that have best friends, and they group up and team up with other women, and they, like, if anything happened to that female, to that woman, like, basically her female friend would do anything for her. Girl, you can come stay with me. Like, it's people in the world that I see like that, and it's like, me being the kind, sweet, person that I've always been or strived to be, or, like, majority of the time, like, I'm talking about from a kid coming up, why am I getting the rear end of the stick? And I mean, all it is, bro, it's like, people are jealous, people are selfish, and it blows my mind, man. I had a person tell me today that I was selfish and I was this and I was that. Shortly after, I had gave this person my last $50. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. See, to that person, all you gave was $50. Now, they done went and spent that $50, and they can't get nothing out. Look, the Bible says, do not cast your pearls to pigs or swine, whatever you want to call it, okay? And what that's implying is what is valuable to you may be pig slop to somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? These people have called on me numerous times for help. Yet these same people will watch me be homeless. This particular individual one of the individuals that I'm talking about, I helped for 2 years. For 2 years. This individual could not get a car. Could not get a car. For 2 years, I paid the car note. I did all the maintenance on the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I paid the insurance. And my insurance wasn't cheap. My insurance was $350 a month. My car note, how much was my car note? My car note was like $600-700 a month, I think it was. I can't remember. But, you know, then you add maintenance. You know, what is that? $1,500, $2,000 a month? And all they got to do is put gas in the car. We talking about somebody that I've helped. For something that I wouldn't do this for nobody. And I trusted this individual. You understand me? And it just blows my mind, man, that people always ring my phone. Because I've been there. I was the one that went out there and leveled up. I didn't keep working minimum wage jobs like they was doing. I ain't smoking weed like they was doing. They don't want to level up. I've been driving trucks for like 10 years, okay? Everybody in my family, friends, everybody knew I drove trucks. So when everybody needs some help or people file on hard time, who they call? They call me because I'm making twice as much money as they make. Right? Let's say, for an example, $40 an hour. Some people wasn't even making $20 an hour 10 years ago. See what I'm saying? So, you know, like, and I remember I had a job one time when I was making like $20 an hour. And I was still doing better than most. That's back when the minimum wage was not even half of that. You know what I'm saying? So, people always want to call my phone, man. And I'm steady giving out my God-given blessings to somebody, to ungrateful people. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in right now. But if you ask them people, no, that ain't why you in that situation. How you gonna tell me how I got in this situation when I was there every step of the way? You wasn't. That's like somebody telling you that how you got in the accident. They wasn't there for the accident. Or somebody telling you how your house burnt down, or, you know what I'm saying? Or how you lost $50, or how you lost your rent money, or how you lost $100. They wasn't even there every step of the way, but they coming in on the rear end of the story trying to tell you, why you lost this, or why you, man, come on, man. It's people like that that are never gonna be nothing in life. Because when God is trying to use somebody to help them, they steady attacking the very person who God sent. Steady attacking the very person who God sent. Some people don't want to do the work. Some people don't want to do the work. It's like, they see me being successful. And this particular individual stalks my social media. They've told me that numerous times. They stalk that because you don't have a life. This is the last thing that I was gonna say. Them same people, remember I was talking about the 1%, right? It's like 1% of highly successful people. It's like 10% of kind of like successful people, and then 90% of people that don't go nowhere. These same people that don't believe that I can go anywhere in life, maybe I won't, that don't believe I can go anywhere in life, are the same people that will believe in lottery tickets. The same people that believe you can speak things into existence. So you believe in lottery tickets, and you believe that if you put your mind to something, you can accomplish it. But when you sit back and look at me, I'm not just putting my mind on it. Not only am I putting my mind on positive things, I'm actually doing those things. I'm putting those things into reality. So when they see my YouTube, oh, his YouTube, why you, it's like Leeches, man, will never stop. I've tried to help people get to where I'm at in life and nobody believed in me. But it's like nobody wants to do the hard work. Nobody wants to do the things you're telling them to do. But if you make it to the top, if you get that record deal, if you make it to Hollywood, you feel me? They gonna expect something. And if you don't give it to them, they gonna become some enemies. And that's mind-blowing. Because God gave you the same hands and feet that he gave me. Most of us. I can take you to the water, but I can't make you drink. I've tried to help people start their own clothing lines, try to teach people how they can game, make money off of gaming, how to teach people how they can make money off YouTube, TikTok, so many different things. Teaching people how to teaching people about passive income. But it's like, when people just want you to just drop the bag in they lap. They don't want you to drop the instructions on how to get the bag in their lap. If it's too hard. It's a bunch of people, man, that I could tell right now. Man, if you go in your backyard, man, this grandma house, if you go in that backyard and dig 10 feet down, it's $1 million. Grandma put $1 million down there. I don't need it because I already got my million, but I know it's another million down there. And if you tell that person, they are gonna be so lazy to not do it. Instead, what they gonna do is they gonna call up somebody and be like, this boy came over here and said, girl, he done said grandma left me. You think he really left me? They gonna have about 10, 15 people over there trying to dig up. You know what I'm saying? And when they dig and dig and dig, like if you know the story about Nipsey Hussle and his brother, right? They had buried some money, and when they was digging for it, and as deep as he buried it, it wasn't there. They was digging and digging and digging, and he was like, bro, I know I put the money, like, where's this money? I guess over time, the land, because the land shifts. So it was probably sinking down more and more and more and more, right? So he had to dig probably a lot more than where he had buried it. And ain't no telling, it could have been 5 feet more, you know what I'm saying, than where he buried it. But he finally hit the money. But it's people out there in the world, bro, they want everything easy. We all want it easy, right? But sometimes there's gonna be a lot of obstacles that come with it, right? If you could just snap your fingers and vegetation to grow out the ground, then everybody would just be snapping their fingers and vegetation be growing out of the ground. If you could just clap your hand 3 times and $1 million would be in your bank account, everybody would do that. But that's not the reality of it. You got to do the work. You feel me? So what I'm saying is sometimes you got to jump some hurdles, right? To get to your destination. Sometimes you got to walk through a maze to get to your destination. Sometimes you gotta wait and water that vegetation. Sometimes it's gonna take long suffering. It's like when you plant a seed in the ground for a long time, nothing comes up a lot of times with a lot of those types of vegetation, right? But eventually something comes, right? So for those of us, man, that are going through hardships and struggle, I want you to keep your eyes on the people that I named at the beginning, these celebrities that are successful people right now. Keep your mind on it. It just hurts my heart, man, that the people that I care about, the people that I have a heart for, I could give them my last $50, man. You know, they could know that I'm homeless or going through it. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a place to stay or whatever it is. And them same people that I would give my last $50 that I do not have to. You feel me? Them same people is living comfortably somewhere, right? They don't care about me. But them same people feel like I owe them something. The same people I done gave my last to time and time and time again. I could name a whole lot of people that have done me like that. And I know y'all probably watching. And I'm glad. Because y'all don't listen when I try to talk to you face to face. But for some reason, when I put it on social media, you want to be nosy and stalk my page. At least you listening. Because you won't listen when I come to you face to face because you got some demons inside of you. That's sad, man. A lot of y'all need to be pulling up at the church every Sunday. I'm not one of the ones to tell somebody to pull up at the church or whatever, because I got, I'm not perfect. But it's a lot of y'all, man, that y'all think that what y'all do, y'all think y'all going to heaven, man. But y'all steady pointing the finger at me. I'm starting to think some of y'all have some problems. I'm quit smoking that stuff, whatever. Man, look. I remember when I stopped smoking, it took years, bro, for me to shift out of that mindset. Just because you stop smoking for a couple of weeks, that don't mean nothing to me. You stop smoking for a year, that don't mean nothing to me. A year is a start. When you get to like 2 years, over 2 years, that's when I feel like the mental shift starts to happen. I am tired of helping people that don't want to help themselves. I am tired of helping people that don't want to help me, that don't give a dang about me. Man, come on. They wouldn't care if boy. But when I do exactly what those people are doing, they put themselves first. They wouldn't give me their last $50. They wouldn't give me their last $20. They finna go spend on some weed or something, or some hair. They wouldn't do it for me. They wouldn't drive across man. You know how many people I have drove, man. Let me not get started, because this would be a whole different video. But anyways, the whole point is, man, sometimes your negative situation is going to be fuel for a positive. And I'm going to leave it at that.